this scene. It was a very serious scene. And he goes, that's too serious. I got to go again. And he did it again, and he added the line. He goes, I know some of you will hate me. I know some of you are mad at me. Some of you are pissed that I f***ed your mother. Like that f***ed your mother line. He just added because he thought it was too serious. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Another thing that he added.
Friends, family, and fans, welcome back to our channel. Fania Thomas here, bringing you an interview from the cast and director of Spiral, the 9th installment in the Saw series. So sit back, relax, and get into our interview with Chris, Marisol, and Max. Which scenes were really heavy on the ad-libs? Because there were some lines in there like, I have a bone to pick with you, where I was just like, wait, who wrote that? Because we say that in our house.
No, so Chris had this great thing that he would do is that he wouldn't necessarily improv, but what he would do is he would do a take and then he'd say, no, I can make that better. Let's do it again. And he would keep doing it until he got the thing. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm going to swear, so I apologize. So he did this scene. It was a very serious scene. And he goes, that's too serious. I got to go again. And he did it again. And he added the line. He goes, I know some of you will hate me. I know some of you are mad at me. Some of you are pissed that I f***ed your mother. Like that f***ed your mother line. He just added because he thought it was too serious. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Another thing that he added, which was never in the script, was the Forrest Gump stuff. That to me was amazing. So he comes in the original script, he was the opening scene took place in a weed store. And he was busting like someone selling weed without a permit. And he's like, no, he's like, I got to be cooler than that. And so the next day he came in and handed me the Forrest Gump scene. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Yes. And so he would do things like that.
When I saw the Saw movies, I thought, hey, these are really good, but I bet you I could sprinkle some humor in here without disrupting the gore of it all. So, and it was like an experiment. And I would try to be a little funny. And if it went too far, we would cut back because horror was king. I had fun. They let me go, let me do my thing. And, I joke when it's time to joke. And when it's serious, I will blow your head off. So
what was it like directing two seasoned actors in Mr. Rock and Mr. Jackson?
I mean, first off, I love Samuel L. Jackson as an actor. When I was in high school and middle school, how many times I would sneak out to go see Pulp Fiction in the movie theaters. It was the first movie that really hit me as the epitome of cool. And the lines that he said, it was the first movie that I can remember actively repeating lines that I heard from the movie. Then let's go over to Chris Rock, who is the greatest living comedian, and I stand by that. But listening to his albums as a kid, watching his movies as a kid, it just seemed completely surreal. It didn't seem real. I remember just recently with my wife, we were sitting on the couch and we were watching Tambourine, and I was like, I'm about to direct this guy. Like, I can't even believe it. I'm going to direct him in a movie. It was insane.
What was the first horror film that you saw that maybe gave you nightmares or maybe made you wet the bed?
My parents were the greatest parents in the world, but they did let me watch a lot of things I probably was not supposed to watch at an early age. So when I was really young, I mean, I was watching Ghoulies and Critters and Gremlins as a kid, but I remember the first thing that I can really remember for me was we would go to Blockbuster. And if you remember Blockbuster, it was this video, you just look at the cases. And so I would always pick out what I thought looked cool. And I remember always getting the Elvira movies because there's this beautiful woman on the box and some macabre, crazy ghost. And so I remember as a kid always watching the Elvira movies and getting scared senseless, even though they were stupid and funny. I loved those. But the first movie that really upset me, really got under my skin and screwed with me, I don't recommend watching it, is a movie called Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. That was the first one with Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy that really kind of unnerved me and made me uncomfortable.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to check it out though. Just because
no, you don't. No. Don't recommend it. It's bad. I mean, it's good, but it's intense.
Well, we hoped you all were entertained. Or learn something new about one of your favorite actors. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a comment. Go watch the film, come back and let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear about it. And again, did I say subscribe? You don't want to forget to hit subscribe because we're going to be dropping interviews all week long and you don't want to miss out. See you on the next one.